As at the last time I spoke to you about the search for the Super Eagles, coach of the Super Eagles, and I told you that there's a lingering and protracted search for the coach, and it hasn't happened yet. Welcome to Platform Media International Sports. I have in the studio Opponent Yamaba, my usual guest. Opponent, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Now, the barely a month and a half to the World Cup challenge between Nigeria and South Africa and I think Burundi or Rwanda, the coach, Nigeria have yet to announce a successor to the former coach, Pasero. Opponent, you played football and you are a coach right now. So, what does this portend for the Nigerian qualification for the World Cup in 2026 that Canada, US, and Mexico is hosting?
Well, thank you for having me. It just shows that we are not serious and we are not ready.
That is confirmed that we're not serious, we're not ready. What else?
And then, look, we had somebody before the previous coach left at the end of his contract. We had somebody who was understudying him with the belief that that person going to take over for continuity reasons, which was very good. The tournament in Cote d'Ivoire was a success. Nigeria went to the finals, so it was a success. So the assistant of Pacero taking over would have at least lead us through this qualifying series, and if there's anything, then we can at least look into something else. But just to take that person out and create a vacuum there, we'll start looking for coach like somebody looking for labor job. It's uncalled for.
Opponent, as I speak to you, there's a clear divide on the warring parties, warring quotes, the warring parties, those who are for foreign coach and those who are for an indigenous coach, local, or the indigenous or local. Now, the people who are for a local coach, there's a divide among them between Amunike and Finidi. Let me give you a lowdown. Last week, just as one of our cameramen was saying just now, he was deceived to believe that Amunike has been announced as the Super Eagles coach. The truth about the matter is this, that people who have interest in Amunike being appointed as Super Eagles coach went to the press to announce that, quoting NFF as the source. Well, that wasn't so. NFF denied it. NFF have not confirmed Amunike as a coach. Then last week, there's a story that came out by one purported journalist from Tanzania who said when Amunike was coach of the Tafia Stars of Tanzania, that he didn't know what to do. All in a bid to disparage the young man, all in a bid to make him look bad to be the next Super Eagles coach. Before that, Coach Finidi, you remember, it was copiously published in Nigerian media that Finidi, when he took Super Eagles in the test friendly matches against Ghana and Mali, that two players did not shake his hands because he didn't feed them. And therefore, it was now alleged that it was now a belief among the people appointing the coaches that Finidi cannot hold it together as a coach in the Super Eagles, that the players don't respect him. What are all these scenarios for that I just painted? For the same purpose for people who want a foreign coach to be appointed. Amunike is not good by elimination. Coach Finidi cannot hold it together. So, and that's what is at it now. Now, what I heard from close sources in the Nigerian cycle yesterday was that the federal government has told the NFF authorities that they don't have money to pay the bogus salary to the technical advisor to the Super Eagles. And if they want to, they should go look for money. And that's where we are right now, opponent. So it's still murky waters. Nothing is clear. First, Federal government said we don't have money, perhaps to tell them that, listen, you have to go for a indigenous coach. But they don't want to. But they perhaps either they are lobbying or still looking for money. So, Pone, that's the story. So, after giving you this, make up your mind on what you want to say.
Okay. When we're discussing about people who are capable of being the NFF technical committee or the football house, I was saying I mentioned some names like the Warf Bishop, the Warf Bishop side. I mentioned some names, Danny Shitu, and you say Shitu is an agent. I say yes, I understand that, but we need people who can speak and people will listen. Now you said two players reports, not you, reports reaching out that two players did not shake his hands. Now, I don't favor anybody to be hired as a coach of the Super Eagles. If you prove yourself good enough, local authority.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you favoring
hired.
somebody
No,
if you have a
yes,
good reason.
yes, you should be hired. But before those two friendly matches, you said, I mean, it was said that the NFF have, the technical committee have invited players to come. And I asked,
Who invited them?
those players?
Yes.
Players were invited, then somebody was as a coach, was called as a coach to come and coach this player. What respect do what respect do you expect from the players to that coach? If the coach they brought did not invite those players, they were invited by someone else. The problem with Nigerian football is these players always have somebody to go to turn the table. That's the problem we're having. Why will the NFF invite players and bring the coach players? No.
Let me point out one issue. In the Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire, Kelechi Iheanacho went to the Nations Cup. Kelechi Iheanacho is a respected member of the Super Eagles. He didn't play any match until the semi-finals against South Africa. Is it semi-finals? Yeah, South Africa. He didn't play. And he didn't bring the word down because, again, he was dealing with a foreign coach. No gossip about what is going on in camp. Finidi had just handled one match. Stories are leaking. You see how our people operate. Things are leaking through the roof and everywhere about how players did not shake a coach, how the players did not want him to be made a coach because he didn't select them in a friendly match. That tells you how wicked we are, how petty people are. So all because you have made up your mind on a particular issue, you want to make the other parties look bad. That's all it is.
I said something when we are complaining, talking about coach. I said, look, that technical committee led by Guavon is creating a vacuum.
No, they say, yeah, no, Guavon is a technical director. There's a technical committee, and I think he's also a member of the technical committee.
Guavon is there, and he has a big say, technical director.
Yeah.
That is led by Guavon. I told you he's creating a vacuum to make excuses, and that will never leave my mind. I said that, I will say it again, I will not say it. Finidi assisted this guy. Suddenly, from nowhere, you start looking for a coach for what? Okay, why not leave the guy? Just to continue, if you know you're looking for coach, why will you let this guy for 2 years? And out of the blue, you want to throw the guy. For no reason.
We know the reason behind that? Pettiness. It's like a dog in a manger. A dog in a manger, you don't want to eat and you won't allow others to eat. Pettiness, because if you give the coach the position of the coach to Amunike and Finidi, it's going to boost their profile. Why would it be Amunike? Why is it Finidi? So that you don't want his profile to be higher than yours, whatever. And therefore, because you are paying, for instance, look at it. You paid Parcero $70,000. Some of us here we're going to see if they hire a local coach, you have to pay him that much or a little less. But if there's a big gap, we are up for war. No. That's what we're saying. If you want to hire a local coach, respect that coach, give him the same tool you gave the foreign coach. Otherwise, that would not be acceptable to some people like us.
Okay. So we saying local coaches are not, local or regional coaches are not good, right? Can you in any way show me or tell me or explain to me how good our football administrators are? What structure? What have they put in place to help Nigeria?
The evidence is there. The administrators, that's what we are getting through now, that for over a month we can't get a coach. That's it.
Now, remember, a week after the end of the Nations Cup, there was the write-up that came that says a Guavon plans for the Super Eagles. When we came to the city, you were telling me about that. I told you there will be problem.
I was personally insulted by some of our colleagues in Nigeria when I said, when we said that why would the Guavon step up? Why is he always stepping up? When you have a plan in place, you don't need to have an interim system. It changes automatically. You know, in 2002, or 2003, when they were going to Cameroon, you step up. And then when Pasero left, you want to step up again. Why are you always stepping up? There must not be a vacuum. Do you have to have a system that automatically closes a vacuum? When Pasero left, hand over the team to the assistant until you get, which is Coach Finidi, until you get another coach who will be the substantive coach. But no, not in Nigeria. But again, look at it. Guavon, Coach Austin Guavon, who I know very well from high school days in Robabode, Benin, when I was in Benin. You know, when people say I hate Guavon, I don't hate him. I hate the system. I hate the system. I hate the system that throws up confusion, that thrives in confusion.
You don't hate anybody.
Yeah.
Because it's only in Nigerian football circle you will hear the kitman also giving interview to pressmen.
Yeah, kitman.
Kitman can give interview to pressmen.
Yeah.
You only hear the football chief anywhere else. That's how football is run. Not everybody has something to say. Everybody wants something to say. Look, if you want to be in the technical committee, that's fine. But don't try to come in that you have the coaching certificate to want to go and coach. No, we don't want that. Because that's a big problem now. The faction within the PFF, the technical committee, it's a big problem. If you want to have a technical side, be there, leave the field aspect.
You see, the problem again is that you don't want government to intervene. But when it comes to looking for money, you want government to give you funds. You understand? If government gives you money, he who pays the paper dictates the tune. If you run to government to provide you with money, what happens? Government will control you. You cannot be eating your cake and you want to have it. That's what it is.
That is why
so if you want autonomy, then go private, privatize the place, get private sponsorship. Super Eagle is a brand, like we used to say. Okay. It's a brand.
Maybe we going around, we're playing, we go around there. Let me tell you something. The members we have in the technical committee or the PFF, which of those individuals are internationally recognized, including the chairman of the PFF? NFF, who is like known outside Nigeria. That can go to any international listener speak.
Austin Guavon plays soccer. He plays soccer in Europe. He's a technical committee chairman.
Yeah, he plays soccer in Europe. Mm-hmm. Knowing Austin Guavon from his playing this now that he's coaching, he's been in there. Can Guavon make call outside to call anybody, like a sponsor or anybody? That's why.
No, they have a marketing department.
Wait. I agree they have a marketing department, but
let's give him his flowers.
No. They have a marketing department, but in an organization, you are not in the marketing department, okay? But you have international influence. The marketing department comes to you and asks, "How do you do this?" Even you have that.
Open, you are giving them this. So we're not talking about international marketing. We have Shell, we have NNPC, we have big companies in Nigeria that can sponsor Super Eagles.
No, that's the problem we're having, because it's just local companies that's still causing the.
Shell is not local.
No, because it's okay. Let's for example, let's look Julius Baja. When Danny Dama was running Julius Baja, he was running Julius Baja like he's running his home. It wasn't like like a football club. It was not like it's running his home. We're doing too much of inside Nigeria. That's the problem, because when you bring sponsors from outside, for example, if you have a sponsor to
When you say from outside, what kind of company? Give me an example.
It can be any company. It doesn't have
Coca-Cola.
It can be any company. It can be Coca-Cola. It can be Cadbury. But the sponsorship should come from outside. Now, if it comes from, if for example you have a sponsor to pay our coach, right? If you have a sponsor from outside to pay our coach, they cannot do anything internally.
Oh, come on now. We have Nike that sponsored 1994 Super Eagles. I know what Nike, led by one, I think his name is Okongwu, I've forgotten him. I know the deals horrors that were committed in 1994. It was Westerhoff who even brought this sponsorship of this branding of Super Eagles with jerseys to Westerhoff, who told, after a long time, said Nike can pay the Super Eagles by Super Eagles wearing their jersey. And that's how we have that beautiful jersey in 1994. But I know what Nike, the role of Nike in Nigerian football did, what they did. I was a reporter then. So don't tell me this. Nigeria must be Nigeria.
No. If we have to go international and go global, we have to start getting sponsors from outside.
Yeah, Nike is from outside.
No, we have to get when a member within that organization is going for that, like the people there now. Like I said, they don't know anybody. Who are they going to call? Which sponsor are they going to call? Who are they going to call from outside to come to Nigeria? Who can they convince to come to Nigeria?
That's what I'm telling you.
Look at the English FA. How does the English FA survive?
Barclays. It was Barclays League.
Yeah, Barclays League.
Barclays is England.
Yeah, but look at this change. Look at the teams. Look at the teams. Who are the sponsors of most of the teams in England? Look at Nigerian League. They can't even pay players.
Yeah. Okay, Globacom. The league was sponsored by Globacom for a time. Globacom left because there's so much corruption there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when the PFF presidents, when they run for the PFF to be the boss of the PFF? NFF, sorry, the NFF. Why am I saying the PFF? NFF. You remember what What Peter Sai said? Instead, in South Africa, they are paid like $1 million rands. No. Let me come. I'm just giving an instance. The clubs are paid about $1 million rands every month. Now, these are the kind of things I'm saying. If you get foreign sponsors, money will come to the club, to the football house. They will help football development. But right now, everything is stuck locally.
No, I disagree with you. Okay, now let's go to you're talking about Peter Side and all these people should come. They have to come. No, they're talking about.
I'm using.
Yeah.
Just like
see, let me tell you. Yes. For you to be a member of NFF, you have to come from a constituency. You have to win an election from your constituency, Football Association, Referees Association, FA, state FAs, to go to the NFF. You understand that? So Peter Side, there was time Peter Side wanted to be NFF president. He didn't have a constituency. That's why he couldn't contest.
He contested.
He lost.
What I'm
but
trying
to be a member of the board, you have to come to different constituencies. But NFF president,
I want to react something. You see, when I call names, I've never said those names must be chosen or must be taken. That's not what I'm saying. I'm putting those names out there, like people like this. For example, when I said I'm Finidi Amunike, I said those are ringtones for Nigerian coaches. People that have made name up there that we know. They are ringtones. It doesn't mean they have to be Finidi Amunike, but for now, those two names, those two guys have been there. So we're looking at them, but it doesn't mean it has to be those people. But there's people like that we're going to look up to.
Yeah, but to be sure, even his colleagues, former colleagues in Super Eagles, they are not even supporting them, except Olise and perhaps one other one who have made their voice known. Even people like Pota Rufai, Uche Okechukwu, Mutiu Adekboju, Babangida, they are silent because these are people looking for position. They don't want to offend anybody. Such a disturbing quiet, disturbing silence.
About Olise. Yeah. Where is Olise working right now?
In Belgium. He's in Belgium. Okay.
Yeah, but you get to understand that this guy doesn't live in Nigeria. He does the thing the right way.
Okay.
So when he comes from that angle. Where did Finidi come from? Spain. He does it the right way. These people you are calling, they're all local.
Even journalists too. Journalists belong to different camp, except for one of my colleagues. I must mention his name. One of them, Afolabi, my friend, is a prince from Kwara State. Desmond Ekweme, Patrick Omorodion. Few of them who are making a position based on conviction. Others have been bought.
How did Olise came to Nigeria? He went and did his coaching, went through FIFA before he came.
Yes.
Finidi did this.
Because
these people, they go outside
the coach
coaching
local before coming.
Before coming is what they've gone through the system. They've done it the right way. These other people you are saying, those names you are calling, they're all lofters. They're all going to NFL hanging around.
Yes, that is it. Opponent, this is a topic that people have been long asking us what our position. Our position still remains that local coaches should be given a chance. Whether they fail or not, we will have to find a learning curve for them to become relevant in the coaching system of Nigeria. Opponent, thank you as always for coming, and I appreciate your perspective. Nigeria is here to get to get a coach for the Super Eagles. Barely a month and a half to the crucial World Cup qualifier. Is it a miracle? We are watching. I'm yours sincerely, Joe Ezra, signing off. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Release.